Hey, welcome to the Nerdy Photographer Podcast. I'm your host, Casey Fatchett. In this Nerdlit episode, we're going to do a little refresher course on what copyright and intellectual property and licensing a photo means because, wow, there is a lot going out there on the interwebs. I just saw a post on Threads today when I'm recording this that was a guy showing people how to remove watermarks from any photo. Guess what? Your copyright lawsuit case of you violating somebody's copyright is going to get, the damages are going to go way, way up if they find out that you willingly removed uh, a copyright symbol or a watermark of any kind. Because you know what? Not every photo or image that is posted on the internet is just for free use. I have heard this so many times over the years. I mean, and this is nothing new. It is not new at all. I would say at least the last 20 years, people have said, "Oh well, it was you posted it on the internet. That makes it fair game for anybody to use." No, that's not how copyright and intellectual property work. Actually, you need to have a license, even if you don't have to pay for the image to use it. There needs to be some sort of licensing agreement. Even if you save a photo off of a site such as, let's say, Pexels, Pexels, which gives you free usage of those images. You can use them in whatever way you want, but there is a license that goes with those images that allows you to use them in that fashion. Just because somebody posted something on their website or on their social media doesn't give you the right to just download and use their image. Like if you printed that image out, you are violating their copyright. If you use it in some video, you're violating their copyright. They need to give you permission in some way explicitly with a license so that you can use their image. And also people will say, well, if I'm not using it commercially, it doesn't matter. Yes, it does indeed still matter because they haven't granted you permission to use their image. Even if you're not paying for it, they need to grant you permission. It needs to be on a website that allows for, users to download the images and have a free license, something like Creative Commons license, things like that. Even Moby, who has put up over 500 songs on his website for free that you can use for free in anything, in movies. Even you can use it commercially. There's two different rules, things that you can't do. You can't use, like, you can't promote meat because he's vegan, and you can't promote ultra conservative values. Those are his stipulations. Otherwise, use them for free. And when you download the songs, you get a license file with them. That, if something comes up and you're like, okay, well, I do have a license for this, even though it's free, there's still a license. And I'm remembering, like, this is, like I said, this has been going on for so long. About 15 years ago, I think, maybe a little less, maybe like 14 years ago. One of my engagement photos was copied or downloaded off of my website without my knowledge. And it was used as the hero image for a dating website for New York singles. And it was this couple who was, like, on the Brooklyn Bridge, which is highly, highly problematic for a lot of reasons. They didn't have my permission. We didn't have the couple's permission. Like, now you're putting them on a dating website. Like, they didn't agree to, like, for the commercial usage of their image. That's another thing that you're getting into when you see these photos. Like, the people who are in those, if there are people in those photos, and they haven't agreed to have their image distributed or used how you're planning to use it, and whatever. Let me finish that story. Anyway, they posted this thing. They cropped out my watermark and used it as, like, this big image on the front page of this dating website. And the reason I found out, because even though they cropped out the watermark, they still left in the metadata that included my copyright. Like, the image said copyright Casey Fatchett Photography. And it popped up, and I have a Google notification. If my name pops up somewhere, I'm notified. So my name had popped up. It popped up on this website because my copyright was on that image they just used. Um, and so I contacted them and I was like, hey, what's going on? And like, this is illegal. And I'm going to contact my legal representation and you need to take it down immediately. And they did take it down fairly quickly. It was within a couple of days. And I got a response back from one of the, main editors of the website saying, oh, we're sorry this happened. It was an intern. That was supposed to just be for a mock-up. I'm like, really? Mock-ups don't go live. Like, you don't send something live. And it has my copyright information in it. You know better. There's also a link to my copyright page on my website that you, in that data, in the metadata of the image, and you cropped out my watermark. So you kind of knew what was going on and you weren't supposed to do it. If it was just for a mock-up, I'm guessing you would have just used the original image with the watermark on it since it wasn't going anywhere. Anyway, probably just thought I wasn't going to notice. That I wouldn't, because I'm married, I wouldn't be on a dating website. But yeah, that ended up being a little settlement that we made so that we didn't take it to court, but they completely violated my copyright. And if you are caught using somebody's images, and there are people out there who are stealing images from like wedding photographers. There's a woman who's like going there. It's on like Photo Steal. I can't remember if it's on Photo Stealers or somewhere else. She has taken photos from numerous different wedding photographers and posted them all over her website like they are her own. And that is, like she's stealing other people's pictures. But let's take another case of this. I have an agreement that I sign with like second photographers for weddings that I agree to let them use images, but there are certain stipulations. They can use them in their portfolio, or they can blog them, or they can use them on social media. The couple has to have approved that they can, that their images can be used in those locations, because sometimes for privacy reasons, people don't want their images out there, whatever. That has to be released first from the couple. If that's okay, I'm okay with it. Second, you have to wait until I've delivered images to the couple to post anything. And thirdly, you have to include in the blog, on the website, or wherever that you were shooting for me. This is not your wedding. You can't misrepresent it as like your wedding that you were photographing. And I've had like 3 people who have totally violated that. I have sent legal work to them to cease and desist because they were violating our agreement, the written agreement that they signed. And I'm never hiring those people again. And I'm telling everybody that I know in the industry, don't hire them because they will violate your agreement. It's not being petty. It is like just letting people know, because I don't want other photographers that I'm friends with going through that headache of somebody who is just going to like go out there and actually try to poach potential clients. Because this person like they posted a picture of a wedding that ended up being like somebody who came to them because they saw it was their cousin's wedding, and this person acted like, oh yeah, I was the main photographer, and ended up booking that wedding because they pretended basically that they were me. So yeah, there's a lot of things out there that are just like really super shady, and you don't want to get into that mess. Even if you're just copying the stuff to like, oh, I want to throw it into an AI and generate an image that's similar, you're totally violating their copyright because they didn't agree to have their image used in an AI. Like there's all these, and to have different variations of their image used. And I'm not sure what it is, because like there's this whole thing now that is very much, I am trying not to like say entitlement to whatever is out there. Like, oh, I see this thing, I like it, I should be able to use it. That's just not how things work. We need to be respecting one another's work, lifting up each other, and giving each other, like, I'm not going to go out there and like copy somebody else's image without their approval, or they're licensing it to me in some way and use it as like an act as if it's my own, or if some sort of creation of mine, or that I just automatically have the rights to it. That's just not the best way to go about things. All right. Well, I think that's enough for this little nerdlet episode. I hope this was helpful. Yeah. Don't go copying people's photos off the internet and removing their watermarks. Oh my gosh, you're going to get in so much trouble. you're going to get sued. It's going to be bad. It's going to cost you a ton of money that you don't want to spend. And on that note, be sure to subscribe to the podcast. Be sure to follow along on the social media platforms, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, TikTok, and Reddit at The Nerdy Photo. That's at The Nerdy Photo. All right, folks, until next time, stay safe and stay nerdy.